Hey friends, it's Ahmed. Thanks so much for watching this video. I am making it to ask you to support our Rising Tide North America's International Solidarity Mission to the Philippines with Bayan USA. As you probably know, I've spent the last 10 years of my life devoting my time and energy to tackling the climate crisis that impacts us here and around the world. One of the places that's most impacted by that crisis is the Philippines. Thousands or tens of thousands of people have been killed in recent years in massive typhoons, including Typhoon Haiyan, the largest storm ever to hit the Philippines just a few years ago. Hundreds of thousands have been displaced. And between these typhoons, the Philippines has been struck by a number of climate-related droughts, devastating the countryside and leaving many hungry and impoverished. Earlier this year, farmers who were protesting for emergency food aid in response to one of these droughts on the island of Mindanao were met with a massacre by government forces, where 3 farmers were killed, many more wounded, including one farmer organizer leader who was murdered. So we've been working for a year with Bayan USA. It's a network of progressive Filipino organizations here in the United States. And we asked them this January, what can we do to support and be allies here in the United States? And their answer was, come to the Philippines. Join us on an international solidarity mission. Meet Lumad indigenous people in Mindanao who are fighting to defend their land from international mining companies and defend their way of life, and participate in the International Conference on Human Rights in the Philippines. So that's exactly what we're going to do. 4 folks from Rising Tide North America, including myself, are honored to go on this trip from July 13th to July 26th. Very humbled by the request, and we understand that we're going here to both to learn, to meet and understand the situation, and to strategize how we, our organizations, and our communities in the United States can best support our allies in the Philippines as they struggle against the devastating effects of climate change and against the yoke of U.S. imperialism, how we can support them in those fights. In Washington, it's very important for myself and others from the Northwest to go on this trip, because one of the mining companies that's active in Mindanao and actively displacing Lumad people from their land is based here in Washington with offices in Seattle and in Portland. Russell Mining Corporation. So we're going to go to the Philippines, we're going to meet people that are actively impacted by that company, and then we're going to come back to Washington and learn how we can strategize that, how we can best be in active solidarity here. So we have raised about half of the money that we need for this trip. We still need to raise a little under $3,000 to cover the cost of this trip. Most of that money, in addition to plane tickets, is going to go to local organizers on the ground in the Philippines. We're going to be hosting us, taking us around, and making this trip happen. So thank you so much for making a contribution. Anything that you make makes a huge difference. And as always, if you have any questions for me, please ask. I love you all very much, and hope thank you again for watching this video.